next topic, which is the free agent landing spots, highlighting with JJ Watt. He is a free agent, free to go to whomever he wants to. So since we're bringing that up, I will go ahead and tell y'all the top five destinations that JJ Watt put as his landing spots. There were some other ones that was mentioned, but from the official list that I got, and y'all can correct me if y'all like, but it's Pittsburgh, Tampa Bay, Dallas, Green Bay, and Baltimore. Um, it's not in that particular order, but that's the list that I have. I know Buffalo was one of them. Of the other ones that was mentioned, Trey, you have any other ones that I missed?
I know Cleveland's real interested. I mean, honestly, all 31 teams should be interested. Let's be real. But as far as actual viable spots that he would go to, um, yeah, I mean, the Browns are heavily in play according to reports. That would be, I would not want to see that as a Pittsburgh fan, and I'm sure as a Baltimore fan, you wouldn't want to see that either. But yeah. Now, as far as realistic destinations, I think there's only three that are on this whole list. Those being Pittsburgh, Green Bay, and Tampa.
I
Pittsburgh,
agree.
Pittsburgh is obvious because of his
His
brothers,
brothers.
JJ Watt
Derek,
and Derek Watt. I'm sorry, yeah, TJ and
Yeah.
Derek for Pittsburgh.
how I
So
know you're playing.
obviously, well, as you've seen, we didn't have a run game because they didn't fucking use Derek Watt this year. So that's how it's kind of harder.
My bad.
He didn't see the field a lot. But anyways, yeah. So you're playing Pittsburgh, so that's obviously going to be very intriguing. Green Bay, simple. He's from Wisconsin, so it's
Home
you're
team.
going home. Like that's he has ties there, obviously, and they are a contender as well. So, I mean, they were just in the NFC Championship, so and they need help on defense, so that makes sense too. And then obviously Tampa.
Because they just won.
Not even just because they won. I mean, I think at this point he is looking for a ring as well. So if you're taking out if he's going for like the sentimental value, it would be us hands down. Would probably be the favorite. Second would be Green Bay, obviously because that's where he's from.
Right.
Now, if you're talking about just strictly chasing a ring, the shortest path to a ring right now would be Tampa. So that's what he has to weigh. What is he looking for?
All right.
Coming to Pittsburgh, sentimental value is up here, your brothers. Green Bay's in the middle somewhere, and then again, Tampa, as far as shortest path to ring, and they're probably going to have a need for it. Leading to when we'll talk about our next topic, the reason why I feel like they will have a need for Watts. So it all makes sense.
Also, Trey, if you want to point out any free agent landing spots of any other players, you can do that too. Real quick, I just want to pitch into that the three landing spots that you said.
No.
I have a reverse order, which is not going to be Tampa. Is number one. I'm just saying that right now. Number one is Green Bay. I know you said the whole brothers thing, but to play for your hometown with Aaron Rodgers that were in the NFC Championship game.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row, but they just need a few pieces. I think that would be a great spot for him. Personally, two, the Pittsburgh Steelers, because of his two other brothers over there. Even though I don't feel they, at the moment, have a championship caliber team. They do have a playoff team to say, but to get over that hump, they got to figure out that whole quarterback situation, which they could also be in play, but it all depends on what they see from their new acquired quarterback, Dwayne Haskins. and then Tampa Bay would be last. But he may see it as Tampa being second just because of getting that ring, or he could see them as first because he has a big shot of getting that. But it all depends on what Tampa Bay does with their free agents. But I'll let you continue.
Yeah. So speaking into that, I don't think we're that far off as what people really make us seem, to be honest. Yeah, it looked bad towards the end of the season. Quarterback is definitely a issue that we need to address, but I think the bigger issue is the run game. I think Ben would have been more successful had we had a run game. We were asking him to throw 50 plus times a game, which he shouldn't be doing at this point in his career. Or I don't want him doing it. Even if he was 10 years younger, you don't want your quarterback throwing that many times a game, regardless. I don't care who it is. I don't want you passing the ball that many times. So I feel like if we can fix the run game, our defense, I don't know what we finished off being ranked, but I know we're the top 5 defense overall.
Yeah, top 5 for sure.
Top 5 defense.
You're number 2, I believe.
So you add JJ Watt to that. As we just seen, the defense wins the championship. So to say that, I mean, you get into playoffs, that defense ramps up. As long as you have a quarterback that's not turning the ball over, which Ben didn't really turn the ball over this year. Again, the key thing was we couldn't run the ball, so you knew we were going to pass. And he couldn't throw it deep, so you knew we were going to throw it short. So if you can fix that, you get a run game going. I'm not worried about the defense. It's a chance, but for sure, Tampa is the shortest path to a Super Bowl. I'm not denying that. Green Bay is also in the midst, but to me, the defense played good enough to win that game for Green Bay. It wasn't necessarily the defense that lost them the game. It was the man Aaron Rodgers. Sorry, it's true. But as far as other free agents, highly stated, Juju is being pursued by the Jets heavily, as well as the Raiders are interested in him. He's been in LA this whole offseason, and he made some remarks that he was going to go to the Chargers. Now, I don't know how serious he is about that, or, he said initially that he wants to come back, but I don't know if Pittsburgh is willing to pay him the money that he's going to get on the open market. So that's what it's really going to boil down to. He's not, to me, we're not going to pay him like a number one. I'll tell you right now. And we've let plenty of receivers walk in the past. So while I would love to have Juju back, if he walks, he goes. Most realistic option for him, though, honestly, I think the Jets are going to throw the bag at him. And I think he's going to end up being a Jet. If I had to really bet my money, the Jets are going to land Juju for my money. It's a big market, which he's trying to grow his brand. So New York, that's a good place to be. And they obviously have the need for another receiver. I know they took the guy, is it Mims? They took
Mims,
Denzel Mims.
Yeah,
they took him. So you add Juju with that. Potentially, they're also rumored to be looking at Chris Godwin as well. You find a way to land Godwin and Juju, which they have the money to do both. That's a pretty damn good receiving core. Juju, Godwin, Mims. That's nice. As far as receivers, I can't deny that would be a good receiving core.
So break Vick's little heart.
Hey,
I mean, honestly, I expect it.
Yeah, it's the same thing with
Bucks to resign him.
It's the same thing with Juju. It's like, do I want to see Juju leave? No. Like you like that energy he brings. Even the fact that if he wasn't the quote unquote number one, if you look at his numbers, he had good numbers for his 4 years overall. He had good numbers this year. But my main thing is the fact that even when he wasn't getting the ball with us this year, he was motivating the younger receivers and helping develop them, which something you didn't necessarily see when AB was here with us. Now, obviously, AB is a different person now, mainly because he's on his last strike and he kind of had to change. But
Yeah.
Juju's kind of like one of those unselfish players. So it's like he didn't mind helping Deontay Johnson or helping Chase Claypool or James Washington. So that's something that we would miss. I'm not gonna miss the TikTok dancing. So that part of it, like he can take that somewhere else. The distraction part.
He'll be a perfect spot in he'd be a perfect
he's not. No,
receiver in Tampa Bay.
Oh, I thought he was saying Baltimore.
Quarterback.
Well, it's a rumor that you guys are going after a different receiver if y'all lose Godwin. OBJ is rumored.
Yeah.
It's a lot of rumors tying him to Tampa. Now him, I don't think. To me, he's too selfish. I don't think it'll work.
Yeah, he wouldn't work out.
Now,
I don't think he would work out.
People say that about AB though, so maybe the Brady effect. Maybe the Brady effect is real. Maybe the Brady effect is real.
That's a good point because I thought he was too selfish.
But then again, AB's on his last leg. OBJ is not. So it's still different. AB has had no choice. But if he didn't fall in line with Tampa, he wasn't going to be in the league.
He was out.
Simple.
He was out.
Yeah.
Now, that's another question. Are you guys, because he's technically a free agent, I just feel like it's a foregone conclusion that he signs back with Tampa, AB.
Yeah.
But are y'all interested in bringing him back? Is the real question.
I believe the Bucks are interested in bringing him back. But the biggest thing is right now, in terms of free agency, priority, Shaq Barrett's number 1, Levante Davis number 2, Chris Godwin is number 3, and then I would say actually JPP slash Ndamukong Suh is number 3, and then it goes Chris Godwin 4 and Antonio Brown 5. But with the scenario,
I feel like AB and Gronk, like you'll get them back for cheap deals. Like I feel like you don't have to worry about them.
I agree. Financially, those make the most sense. Gronk already said that he's willing to take a pay cut. He was making 10 mil this past season. If he's willing to do 5 or less to say, then shoot, that's all for the better. Obviously roster bonuses.
You can do what Brady did. Yeah, put stuff in there by incentive based. If you're this, you do this much. If you make the playoffs, you get this much.
Which that's how most of the contracts are worked out with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They have a lot of
AB's was like that too. He made a little bit more money.
So I would say, Chris Godwin, I would be surprised. I'd be shocked if he does come back. But I know Mike Evans, recently, he said that he would take a pay cut to make sure Chris Godwin comes back. Tom Brady, there's been talk that they're thinking about extending him for another year, which that would save about at least $7 million. So Mike Evans and Tom Brady potentially, helping out with the cap situation. That's going to help out with Shaq Barrett, which we've already been reported that we have at least. I've been hearing back and forth with at least 30 mil, and then there's been reports saying that we have at least 40 mil. But I'm gonna say on the state side, at least 30 mil in cap room. If we relieve some more, obviously that's gonna put us north of
check this out, though.
40 mil.
You realize this man Shaq about to get offered like 80 mil or something crazy.
Yeah.
Like, y'all like, and it's not me wishing it on y'all, it's just being realistic. The odds that it's slim to none that he comes back. It's
Oh, I'm saying for like Shaq, for any right now to take any, because you gotta think about you guys won while he's franchise tag.
Which the key thing is this is the most money he's made. He's been in the league like 6-7 years.
Yeah.
He was undrafted. So he didn't come in making anything.
Let's save this for our last topic, or do y'all want to just go ahead and just tackle it all at once?
let's just go ahead because we're here now.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
this
So
way.
with that being said, I'm just gonna say right now, because the last topic for all the fans, Shaq wants to break the bank. And you know, in terms of that
deserving.
terminology, it's well deserved. He needs to get paid. Now in terms of break the bank, how can we translate that? Obviously, we know that Shaq Barrett was an undrafted free agent, undrafted, undrafted free agent. So he wasn't really making much. Last year was the first time he's made that much, which is what he said when he signed his franchise tag. He's like, man, this is the most money I've ever seen in my life. Like it's a blessing, this and that, and the other. Now, in terms of breaking the bank, is he talking about, breaking the bank in terms of being the highest paid defensive end? Or is he saying like, hey, I just want to break the bank in terms of like making the most money I've ever made, but still at the same time, like being to where it's like kind of like the Patrick Mahomes deal, where it's still team friendly to where, he helps retain the other pieces. Those are the two questions that I have in terms of when he says, I want to break the bank, because we all heard that statement. And so
It's
that's
not
what I'm curious
pretty.
about.
I don't think break the bank has anything with team friendly. I'm sorry.
I would say we have watched the NFL and we have watched it evolve throughout the years. But one thing has not evolved is hearing the words, I want to break the bank. It's never friendly. It's never friendly. I don't care who it is. If they say I'm going to break the bank, that means I'm going to tap you. I'm going to be like Shotgun Suge. I'm tapping them wallets. I'm tapping your pockets.
And you got to think about it as far as pass rushers or edge rushers. Right now, he is the top commodity. So I'm going to give you the example. You can say Kirk Cousins got overpaid, but at the time when he was a free agent, he was like the only quarterback that was a free agent. Therefore, the Vikings had to pay him to make sure they got him. That being said, anybody who's in line for a pass rusher right now, guess what they're going to come to Shaq Barrett with? A Brinks truck.
Okay. So with that
and they're
being
backing
said,
it to his house.
With that being said, I'd be more than happy for him regardless of what happens. Great player here while he stayed here. I'm not saying that I expect him to leave. I expect the Bucks to open up a check
you
and
can.
Yeah.
And at the same time, check this out though. You guys still kind of like that. You still have the right. I'm not sure how happy he would be.
Franchise tag him.
Franchise tag him.
At the same time, though, that's going to cut into a lot of y'all cap space just to franchise him. But he's that important of a piece that it makes sense to do it.
It wouldn't be as much as the deal would be though. So it'd be
it was 15 this year. It was 15 this year, so it goes up the second time.
Yeah. So it's probably gonna be like somewhere around 17 and a half, maybe 18 and a half mil, which from what I'm thinking, what he wants realistically is probably gonna be something or north of 20 mil per year, which is close to what Tom Brady's making. So I mean, if that's what he wants to do, great. If we do get to re-sign him. If not, I expect the Bucks to full force, make sure they retain JPP and develop those other young bulls, which there's a few players I'm saying right now, Anthony Nelson, and the last one is Quentin Bell. Those are two young prospects that I've seen them on the field a few times, and I like what I've seen from them. But again, it's obviously Ndamukong is another name, but I don't know if he's going to retire or whatnot. But if he does decide he wants to go somewhere else and break the bank, then I would hope that JJ Watt is somebody who's signed at that point.
So just real quick, I just looked it up just to see how it kind of works. And basically, obviously, you can franchise tag a player consecutive times, but how it works is for a player to be tagged 2 straight years, the team must pay 120% of the player's previous salary. So essentially, you're going to double whatever he got paid this past year on the franchise. It goes up. So essentially, I don't know what he actually got paid. So if he got paid 15, you're looking at about
It was like 15 and a half.
So yeah, it's close to 30. It might not quite be 30, but it's a little bit over the 15, like you said. So it'll be in the 20 something range just for 1 year though. So again, if you have 30 mil, are you
sure? Because it's supposed to be off of average.
Well, yeah, it says it's, let's see, the team must pay 120% of players' previous salary.
Like with because that's kind of different from what the Dallas Cowboys, because with the Dallas Cowboys they have, I believe wasn't his franchise tag 35 mil?
Talk about Dak?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 35.
Yeah, so like if you're talking about,
but it'll go up this year though.
That's more than Patrick Mahomes at the next year.
I'm saying if they tag Dak again this
but
year,
it's
gonna go up.
The average is supposed to be. The last reports I read though, it was saying like it was going to be like 40, 41 mil for Dak Prescott. So it's going to move up a little bit, but at least 5 to 6 mil compared to his previous franchise tag. So I don't know. That it kind of sounds a little off. I mean, yeah. It's definitely going to be.
I'm saying, yeah, 15. That's why I said 15. You're looking at about, let's say 20. That's about 5 mil more.
I would say, yeah, it's going to be 2021.
So yeah, so that's what I'm saying though. So that.
Oh, okay.
If you have 30,
about 30, close to 30. Yeah.
Well, no, I'm saying it wouldn't be 30, but I'm saying like I'm saying you guys have 30,
close to it.
30. If you're going to give him,
right, you have 30 million.
21 out of your 30,
20
just for 1 year.
You only got 5.
How are you keeping everybody else? That's the thing you got to look at.
Yeah,
that's what he meant. So, I get now. That's what he meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, to me, it's like.
So it's like, is it worth
like
it?
with all the free agents that we have in this? To me personally, like if it's coming to that, I would honestly, I'd rather let him walk, or I would try to sign and trade him somewhere else. But even then, like I doubt he'd be happy about any of that. So there's definitely a lot of free agents. I'm just gonna name off, at least 10. Even the players that we have right now, I'm not naming specifically defensive linemen. Shaq Barrett obviously is one of them. Dak Prescott, we already talked about that earlier. Chris Godwin, Allen Robinson, Kenny Galladay, offensive line Trent Williams, Seahawks. That's a good spot right there if you're looking for a tackle lineman. Justin Simmons for the Denver Broncos safety. Anthony Harris, safety for the Minnesota Vikings. Levante David, guard Brandon Chef, or I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but it's for the football team. Again, Seattle Seahawks, another player. Tight end Hunter Henry, Will Fuller, wide receiver, too, right? Tackle.
Trent Brown wants to be moved too, right? The offensive lineman.
Trent Brown. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Will Fuller. There's another tackle, Taylor Moton for the Carolina Panthers. Guard Joe Thuney, New England Patriots. So there's definitely linemen out there for all those fans. The list is a lot deeper than I initially spoke of. So stay away from Pittsburgh, stay away from the Cowboys, and life is good.
Other news, yeah.
South Beach money look good.
Marquise Pouncey retired, so we're definitely
gonna be
shopping for linemen.
They came in the league together. They left together.
Hey, another thing though about free agency, and you brought up South Beach, ties for y'all boy Levante David. Miami's looking at him to add for our missing piece in the Infinity Stone. That's the only thing we're missing.
And we got a blank check, Vick.
Yeah, we got a lot of.
We got a blank check, Vick. All we got to do is hit in the pen.
So if y'all spend all that money on Shaq, hey, Levante, come home.
We'll give you a blank
That's-
check and a pen,
that's-
right?
That's one player that I expect the Bucks for sure to resign back. But
Better hope.
if he
better
does
hope.
go, if
You
if he
better
does
hope.
go to Miami, I won't be mad at it just because that is his hometown.
You're gonna be mad
yeah.
this season.
I ain't gonna be mad, like I said.
I mean, he gonna come back. He gonna come back and visit though, and I'm gonna be at the game, so don't worry.
Oh no,
Yeah,
hey,
he's gonna take an L that week.
November 22nd.
Oh, you got the date? Ooh.
Oh yeah.
Dang, y'all both gonna be sad that day.
Say less. We out.
Oh no.
Mhm.
It's gonna be bad. Vic, I hope you remember the quarterback you have. We have his number. You know that, right?
Oh yeah, he don't do good playing. He don't do good when he come to Florida and play Miami.
When he sees this orange and teal, he gets scared.
Yeah.
For some strange reason.
He used to beat us up in New England in the cold. When they played in the heat.
Exactly.
When he comes here.
See, look, this is the thing that y'all didn't take into account. Tom Brady, like y'all stated, he was playing in New England in the cold. He wasn't used to that. Now he in Tampa, like he's used to it now. So
he ain't used to it. You seen him at the
parade. This man had to get walked.
You seen him at the parade that he got on him
because of day drinking. Get out of here!
Get out of here! He's still getting acclimated to the heat.
Listen, I don't care.
By November 22nd, he'll be all right.
Whatever goes in this year is going right after. Listen, we have that man's number for years. Okay, let us get Levante David. Let me get him.
Y'all gonna need more than
that.
You're gonna
be sick. Y'all gonna be sick. Y'all gonna be sick. Y'all gonna be sick. And I'm gonna love it. Oh my God.
Tampa.
Screw.
Hey, it's a good start, Trey. We gonna get you to convert as a Buck fan too.
Hey, actually, while we're on the air here, me and Chris, our guest from last week, we actually have a little wager going on in either
Let me make sure
when I beat him, he's gonna put on some black and yellow, or I have agreed to, if he beats me, then I will have to put on some Tampa gear. And as we seen last time I made a bet with a Tampa fan, Vick put on a Steelers jersey. So y'all know how that's finna go. I'm finna hold it down. So don't even worry about that.
What you said, Vick?
I look forward to seeing you in a Bucks jersey.
Oh, okay. All right. That's what I thought you said. That's what I thought you said.
But let's get back on topic though. Other free agents. Aaron Jones, he's another big one. He's probably the top running back free agent. Where do you see him going?
Which speaking of that, before I get into that, depending on how the Packers handle the whole situation with all their free agents, Aaron Rodgers is another quarterback that could potentially be on the move.
I don't think they're going to move him though, bro. I doubt it.
I mean,
I don't think they'll do it this year. I think next year is more likely, but
yeah,
who
just
knows?
because of cap
If the right offer comes along that they can't refuse, who knows?
What if Aaron Rodgers and Russell Wilson
flop?
Just swap?
Yeah, just swap. Well, of course, you'd probably give some draft picks to
Russell.
Seahawks.
Okay, I'll answer that question for you. Russell will thrive. Aaron will die.
Yeah, more or less.
I mean,
because think about it real quick. We have a quarterback in 9 seasons saying on the same team get tackled almost 400 times. You think Aaron's gonna run for his life that much?
I mean,
Aaron can run somewhat, but
he's not running that much.
But like again, we talked about earlier with Deshaun Watson and Russell Wilson. They both have similar games. Like they extend plays. They improvise. They make nothing out of something type of deal. Aaron Rodgers has never been that guy, but he's still for his age, even when he wasn't so much his age, it's just he's always been able to make something out of nothing, even as a predominant passing quarterback, a pocket quarterback. He can still move around when he needs to, but he doesn't. That's not his MO. Like he doesn't need to do it, and he doesn't really do it like that because he always finds the right read and whatnot. But that does happen. I don't know. I'm not saying that Russell Wilson isn't as good of a quarterback, but I just think in terms of how Aaron Rodgers plays his game, it wouldn't be as bad just because Aaron Rodgers doesn't put himself in that situation um, so much. But Aaron Jones, like you were talking about, shoot, that's a good one. Trying to think of who could use a running back, which
Well, to let you know right now, Pittsburgh is definitely looking at him. Now,
yeah.
money wise, that would be the biggest thing. Is like, is he a 10 million a year running back? I don't know.
Well, at the same time, like, what's the whole situation? Because I haven't heard anything about Ben Roethlisberger. You know,
So with
saving any cap space.
Big Ben, they were supposed to have the meeting this week to decide on the future, but nothing's come out yet. So I don't know. I know they met this week or they're supposed to meet this week. Again,
To me,
I've
that's
said
crazy
this the last couple
like, you already
shows.
heard about Drew Brees.
Yes, if he's going to lower, if he's going to take like $5 million max for the year and save us some money, cool, you can come back. If not, again, if you want to extend your contract, which essentially you're still going to get all your money, but just spread it out over the years when you're not here and handicap us in the future, we might as well just cut our losses now and let him go. So it matters to me if he means what he says, that he doesn't care how much he makes. If you're serious about that and you stating that, then okay, we can work with that. I'll take him for another year because I think Haskins would learn from sitting behind Ben for one more year. But I'm not trying to borrow money for the future now just to keep Ben. Doesn't make sense to me.
To me, it just doesn't make any sense because we've already heard reports. I don't know if they officially did it yet, but the Saints with Drew Brees, he already said that he's going to take his pay cut. But at least that's what I read. I don't know if that's official, but we haven't heard anything from the Pittsburgh Steelers on the whole Ben Roethlisberger contract. Like, are they going to do it? Like, there's not even any documentation, or not so much documentation, but like in terms of like a dollar amount, of how much they're going to reduce the contract to. Like, it's just, to me, it's like the fact that hasn't been reported yet is kind of crazy. But back to the whole Aaron Jones thing, going to Pittsburgh, that'd be a good spot. But again, that's why I say, I still see the Pittsburgh Steelers as a playoff team, but the biggest thing for the Steelers is that they have to address that offensive line, and the whole quarterback situation. It's kind of murky because, obviously if they pass it less and they go more run heavy, that would probably fit more into Ben Roethlisberger's being a good quarterback, because at this point his career, that's not where it's at. So if they fix that, then yeah, they'll definitely have a real shot and being a championship caliber team. But right now, that offensive line is looking real.
So
at the moment, especially with the County being retired.
Another one. I'm sorry, I just looked at this. I was just looking at some of the most recent reports. Miami is actually also another potential landing spot they're seeing for Aaron Jones, which to me, I'm thinking Miami's going to address the running back position in the draft,
because I think that would,
but definitely will help out in Miami.
Listen,
I wouldn't be surprised.
Look, if anybody wants to listen, you want to sign? Come on. You want to sign? Come on.
I wouldn't even be surprised if the 49ers are in that conversation, just because they love running backs so damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got enough.
They got a stable of them, but they haven't been worked out. So I feel like they're
like a warehouse full of running backs.
Yeah, Miami got the wrong one from them. Miami got Brewer. They should have got Mozart.
Yeah.
They took the wrong one.
Oh, but what about the Bills?
I mean, yeah,
Oh,
they
yes.
do
That would
need a
be a
running back.
great spot.
They really do need a running back, and that will fix that problem. Yeah, that
Yeah,
would.
I've always felt that they needed a running back for the Buffalo Bills.
I would hate
Hey, Seattle.
it.
Seattle's not bad either. If they keep
Yeah,
Russell
but
Wilson, because
what about Carson?
Chris Carson and Carlos Hyde are both
Carson.
going to be free agents.
Oh,
That's true. And if they don't sign neither one of them, then yeah.
I think, to me, you let both go. They need to get they need a true running back. Aaron Jones will definitely complement Russell Wilson.
Yeah. I still think they need to fix that offensive line though, because
they have to at this point. It's put on Front Street now.
It's over the world. Everybody, we'll see.
Gee, Marlon Mack is honestly going to be my favorite running back pickup for this offseason. I know that's probably not a big name.
He's another one that I can see Pittsburgh go after. Low risk, high reward.
Or he can come to Tampa.
He can come to us.
Y'all got a running back in Tampa. I don't understand why
y'all got three running backs. Yeah. Chill out. You got three running backs. Chill out.
You know, Leonard
Ronald Jones is a star running back.
My opinion.
Y'all don't want
my opinion. Yeah, my opinion, I believe that Ronald Jones, like he's personally my favorite running back for the Buccaneers, but like you said, Trey, they don't give him the opportunities to be that.
It's like they don't trust him enough. It's like they don't trust him.
And to me personally, like if I was Ronald Jones this offseason, I would work on all passing drills. Like I'd be running routes, having Tom Brady throw me the ball, like work on his hands because that boy got hands for feet. Like that junk is ridiculous. Like that man cannot catch the ball. Like I feel like if his ratio of catching the ball is 1 out of 10, it's like he's a great runner, but his pass catching stuff so bad. It's like I don't know. I've never seen a running back that bad. I mean, I've seen some bad running backs that
we see some bad running backs.
The ball. But like, dang, like I've seen Brandon Jacobs. Like he's not known as a receiving back, but
he still caught.
Like he got some good hands. Like he at least catches the ball. You know, probably a 5 out of 10. But Ronald Jones, I feel like he just like slaps the ball down. Like I don't know. It's ridiculous.
Nobody's getting a pick.
If he works on his pass catching and he improves drastically compared to what and we've seen it because Leonard Fournette, he had that title where everybody was like, oh, he can't catch the ball out the backfield. Everybody was questioning that. This last year and even this year, like he still needs to work on it, but at least he's shown improvement.
Right.
Well, Adrian Peterson is another free agent who's already said he'd come to Tampa. So and I think he can help teach Rojo. So, and he's actually still productive.
Yeah.
He had close I know he didn't hit 1,000 this year, but he had in like the 700 to 800 yard range. So
yeah, he was 800.
He's still productive for the most part. He wasn't starting the whole time because he was splitting with Swift.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
He's trying to break that record too, but that's not going to happen.
Nah, nobody's catching that. But did we have anything else? As it looks like we.
I mean, other than that,
just waiting for the dominoes to fall.
Yeah, all this at this point we're just speculating until some moves start actually happening. We can really dive deeper.
The only thing that I could probably say is I don't expect for the Bucks. I don't expect Chris Godwin to be back. I expect Shaq Barrett to be back, but if he's not, I'm not going to be too mad at it. But I just hope that the Bucks re-sign JPP and they get one other solid, defensive lineman to kind of help out with, just in case, like saying a JJ Watt or somebody that may be impactful for the defensive line. Unless they have some. That being said, Bucks do y'all thing. Try to retain these players. And Baltimore, my biggest wish list. Sign that boy, AR, Allen Robinson. Please. Would be a great addition. I'm tired of seeing y'all draft players. I'd much rather have a player that's already developed and younger.
Y'all got soldiers like Hollywood said. Y'all don't use them. What's the point of having soldiers if you don't use them?
So what's the point of having Al Robinson?
We just
so y'all won't use him?
We let Cully or Cullen, the receivers coach, go somewhere else. We already know about his track record for receivers. So hopefully that helps out. There's been some moves in the franchise, so I expect Lamar's passing game to be on another level this upcoming season. So
I expect y'all to be third in the division this year.
You can expect whatever
Who's number
you want.
2? The Browns?
Yeah.
My goodness.
Wow.
Wow. Oh, we didn't lose to them last season, but
here we go.
Yeah, y'all got swept by us.
Here we go.
Here we go. It has a big asterisk on it.
Here we go. Here we go.
All right. So, yeah, but did y'all have anything else?
Like I said, I'm just waiting for the dominoes to fall because when one falls, the rest will go. And also, gentlemen, remember, number 3 highest salary cap. Just saying.
Hope you're getting nothing.
Oh, Miami. Yeah.
Oh, we're getting something.
Miami
drafts?
spending money in free agency, so you already know that.
We're getting something either by drafts or by free agency. Take your poison, Vick.
Y'all getting some players, but they're gonna be a bust. They ain't gonna work out.
Vick, if we take one of your players, you're gonna be sick to your stomach.
Maybe
Go ahead, Trey.
We can get 2 or
maybe
3.
We got money.
The money's there.
We got money, boy. We got money, boy. Go ahead.
Maybe if you take one, the other one will feel comfortable leaving to go with somebody they know, a familiar face. So you know how that works.
And if he's cool, he might know somebody else that's cool and come too.
Are the Miami Dolphins interested in Shaq Barrett?
I mean,
I haven't heard anything in regards to them being linked with him.
I mean, if he wanted to join, look, you understand. We got draft picks to people we got draft picks from other teams that we don't even touch ours.
Why would he want to go to a team that's not going to make the playoffs?
But why would not when we can throw the bag at him?
Who's not going to make the playoffs? We can place a wager right now. The Dolphins will make the playoffs.
No. Because last year I had the Dolphins going into the playoffs.
And they missed it by a game.
They failed me, but I expect this year to get
no.
story.
We didn't fail you. You failed us.
No, y'all.
Yeah, you
jinxed us.
Man,
yeah, we don't need. We stay away from the bandwagon. Stay off the Dolphins bandwagon.
Did I jinx the Washington football team?
Listen, stay over there with your Ravens.
Yeah.
You know what?
You know
what? Hang on.
Yeah,
go
we
ahead.
don't.
Go end it off. You know what? I'm just giving you this. That's all I'm giving you. I'm giving you that one.
All right. So look, this is how we're gonna do this. You know how this part goes. You can agree, you can disagree, but at the end of the day, all takes are valid. All right, boys.
Y'all gonna hold that this year.